Well, here we go for the second round of lectures, this time about the school library space. Here are some basic, what I'm calling commandments that should be front and center when considering the school library organization and atmosphere. The library should be inviting, it should be a welcoming place for students and staff. Adding a variety of little touches can create a comfortable zone. In an elementary library, consider book characters, stuffed animals posed with books, puppets, a secluded free reading area with cushions and perhaps lamps, which make for a really warm and friendly atmosphere. In a secondary school, adding comfortable chairs, small group areas, student artwork on the walls, posters, and book displays for special days can contribute to a positive atmosphere. It should be a flexible space that can conform to a variety of activities, including performance space, instructional space, and cozy reading spaces. It can become a welcoming and exciting space, a place where students want to be. Since the school library focuses on the business of teaching students to be effective users of information, the arrangement of the library should be such that they can easily locate materials. Most school libraries arrange their nonfiction in Dewey order and fiction alphabetically by author. We'll be looking at some more creative ideas for shelving, which will open up a discussion of pros and cons about creative arrangements. But it all comes down to arranging in a logical sequence so students can make sense of the arrangement of the materials. Because a wide variety of activities occur in the school library, there needs to be considerations that will make it as flexible as possible. For example, an elementary library can have young children sitting on a floor listening to a reading. An older group of children might be working in small groups to develop a research report, and there might be a committee meeting in the library after school. A secondary school may have several classes working in the library at the same time, while individual students are doing research and others are reading. When planning a library space, it's important to consider the many possible uses of the space and make sure the design is flexible. A recent trend in the use of school libraries is in the concept of maker spaces. A maker space is a place where students can gather to create, invent, tinker, explore, and discover using a variety of tools and materials. So says school librarian Diana Rendina, who came up with this definition after doing considerable research on the topic. The notion of these areas in libraries is a hot issue in the school library world, and library staff may be directed to work on such a project. There is a link to makerspaces on the slide that will take you to a collection of articles from School Library Journal that will offer a wide variety of scenarios and opinions on what makerspaces are. Take some time to explore the articles to become familiar with this concept. Flexible scheduling refers to having classes schedule time in the library at point of need in addition to or instead of scheduled, quote, library time. For example, it's critical for students to have the opportunity to work in the library when launching a research project or building on resources for a unit of study. If the library only offers a block of time each week to visit the library and check out books, the full potential of the library's role cannot be achieved. A flexible schedule means that students can come in during the day and check out a new book as they finish what they are reading. It allows for teachers to have the option to send students to the library as they finish class assignments, and provides the opportunity for teachers to schedule small groups to visit the library and check out books. These are just a few examples of how a flexible schedule can impact learning. Check out the link on the slide to the AASL position statement on flexible scheduling to fully understand the concept. The school library environment considerations include the elements listed on this slide. Think about the many ways that a comfortable atmosphere can be achieved in the school library. A quality school library will be spacious and barrier-free, with spaces for free-flowing traffic and flexible groupings. Special areas to consider include the circulation area, display areas, small group viewing and instructional area, an office, a workroom that includes a sink, a primary storytelling area, production space, a location for the professional collection, for reference and for small group instruction, adequate stacks and shelving for the collection and textbook storage. Considerations also include how the space will be used, where special areas will be located, how the flow will be addressed, as well as the arrangement of the furniture. An important consideration is to have furniture that is appropriate in size to match the students so that the kindergartners are not falling off chairs and older students are not hugging the floor. Signage is important to build independence among students in locating resources, and display areas need to be selected so student work can be showcased, as well as providing space for displays that highlight special days and special projects. Consider posting a variety of student work that has been conducted in the library, as well as student artwork. And having music in the background creates a unique atmosphere that's very conducive to student activities. A particular favorite is mine is found on Pandora and is called Ocean Sounds. I tell the students to listen for the music during their visit, and if it isn't heard, that probably means there's too much chatting. And finally, the library must be inspected and adjusted for ADA compliance. Most library shelving is inherited and can be all good or not. If you have a good understanding of what shelving should entail, you might be able to make adjustments to improve what you've inherited, and in some cases may have the opportunity to remodel. Here are some basics. First, all shelving should be flexible, not fixed. Shelves should be adjustable to allow for taller books in the nonfiction and picture book sections versus the fairly standard sizes of fiction. The slide shows the recommended measurements for library shelves at both the elementary and the secondary level. Next, shelving should be designed for easy supervision and convenient traffic flow. Library staff should have the ability to see down aisles from the circulation desk, and blocked spaces should be avoided. Shelves with backs will prevent books from falling behind the shelving. For non-adjustable shelving, consider shelving fiction, as the books tend to be a uniform height. When shifting the collection is considered, measure and log off the amount of shelf space needed for each section of books before they're packed or carted. The shelving must be secure and braced to avoid falling in case of an earthquake. Top shelves should be lightly loaded. Your text on pages 34 and 35 offers some really helpful information on library organization. Take a minute to have a look. Next, take another moment to read the article Shelving, a Task Whose Time Has Gone, which is linked to the slide. Shelving also opens up a discussion about how to arrange materials. There's an ongoing discussion related to using the Dewey Decimal System or not. I've posted 4 short articles in the content area for Class 2 on D2L. Take some time to read and reflect on the opinions of the authors who are sharing their ideas about shelving without using the Dewey Decimal System. After reflecting, go to the discussions area in D2L and post your opinion as to whether or not these ideas are worth considering. Our next topic is safety. Looking carefully at how the library is arranged in terms of supervision is critical. Shelves should be configured so that the youngest students in the school can easily access materials. If space doesn't allow for shelves to be empty at the higher levels, stools that are used should be really sturdy. Wooden cubes work well as do kick-step library stools. Since the online catalog and computer stations are places where students typically need assistance, as much as possible, those stations should be near the circulation desk. Computers should be placed so their screens can be monitored by library staff. Consider the floor covering and check for areas of wear and holes in carpeting that might trip a child or adult. Also check the entrance areas of the library to be sure slick floors are considered in rainy weather. It's easy to slip and fall if there are not mats to catch the moisture. Also check for protruding objects that might catch on someone as well as the furniture design. Check for splinters or sharp edges on shelving. These all affect safety as well as accessibility. The library should be equipped with an alarm system that's audible and visual. There should be an emergency management plan so that also addresses the needs of the disabled. The plan should give details of how to respond to various types of emergencies. Being prepared for an emergency is the most important step to take in terms of safety and should include a posted evacuation plan and posted evacuation procedures. You never know when it will be an issue and when it will be critical to student safety. For your assignments in this course, you will want to become familiar with a variety of resources that are available to you through the Sacramento City College library databases. You can easily access them from home by logging in with your username and password. The databases that will be especially helpful to you are the Library Information Science and Technology Abstracts from EBSCO, Education Complete, Academic Search Complete, and OneSearch. When you're looking for accurate information on a topic or when you need to locate a journal article to review, these are the places you will find what you need. The databases are available from the Sacramento City College library page. A field trip to visit a school library is scheduled at St. Michael's Episcopal School on Thursday, June 23rd at 10 a.m. The visit will be about an hour. The school is located in Carmichael at 2140 Mission Avenue. Driving directions are posted in the Class 2 folder on D2L. This will be an optional field trip, but I recommend that you attend if at all possible to get the feel of a school library. The St. Michael's students will be on summer break, but you will still get a sense of the variety of activities that occur in the library and will see firsthand the organization of the library space. Well, that's all for this installment. Be sure to check the Class 2 folder on D2L to review the assignments for this week. That includes a journal article assignment and to be sure you haven't forgotten anything. Adios for now.